Hello, we're Team 7, and this is our capstone presentation about building careers in cybersecurity. Today, we're going to be going through our journey through security, cloud, and agile certifications. This is our team. My name is Anthony Jordan Lagura.
Yeah, how's it going, everyone? My name is Prabjo Panu.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cassandra Baez.
Hello, I'm Carlos Fuertes.
Hello, I'm Eduardo Sanchez.
How we support each other? We support each other in four different ways. We use communication, collaboration, knowledge sharing, and accountability. For communication, we shared updates and our progress in our Slack team channel. For collaboration, we work together on poster content and our overall slide deck as a unified team. For knowledge sharing, we circulated notes, lab summaries, and gave each other resources across our different certificate tracks. And for accountability, we set shared deadlines and checked in regularly to ensure that everyone stayed on track. Well, my career goal at the moment is to work as an SOC analyst to help monitor, detect, and respond to cybersecurity threats. I just felt like my interests aligned more with the security side of computer science rather than the software engineering side. And because of this, I pursued a security certification. I did the Google Cybersecurity Professional Certification, and this took me around 150 plus hours to earn. I completed the certification around April 27th, 2026. For key projects and labs, I did the SIM log analysis, which basically I just analyzed failed logins, suspicious activity, and unusual traffic patterns. I did some Linux file and permission management labs in which I used commands like sudo, chown, chmod. I did incident response and risk analysis in which I analyzed a simulated incident response and then used a playbook to understand what threats should be elevated to a higher level. And then I also did some basic SQL and Python labs. I used Python for basic automating scripting, and then I developed SQL skills to locate and retrieve data. What I learned what the process looks like when dealing with a vulnerability, ancestor, or threat within a company. I also developed an understanding of how much investigation is required in cybersecurity. I learned the importance of protecting PII and SPII information. I improved my knowledge of various types of cyber threats, such as worms, viruses, phishing, and other important threats as well. I gained an understanding of what high level and low level threats look like. And I also understood cyber playbooks and how to use them for each different situation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anthony Jordan Lagura, and here's my certification overview. Now, my career goal shifted from software engineering to cybersecurity and cloud engineering because I wanted to focus more on secure cloud-based systems and applications. It's just why I was more interested in. As for my certifications, I took two certifications, both offered by Google Cloud. The first one was the Foundations of Cloud Computing, and that took about 40 hours. The next one was the Cloud Cybersecurity Certification, which took about 100 hours, rounding up to around 140, 145 hours. Now, as for my reflection on what I learned and what I picked up from these labs and these certifications was the first one, the Cloud Foundation, was spent more time on the Google Cloud console and utilizing the labs and what it meant to learn cloud infrastructure, deployment models, and honestly sharing the responsibilities between users. As for the second one, that went more in depth about the cybersecurity aspects of cloud computing, whether that was studying the threats, raising awareness of vulnerabilities, or just understanding overall basic security controls. Together, I was able to practice a lot of my cloud security with both those certifications. As for what I learned, I spent a lot of time not only learning foundational understanding of cybersecurity and cloud computing, but also what it meant to integrate it actually into a console and how it works with users and how the cloud system works with security. Not only that, by raised awareness of just AI and future tech that is being utilized in these environments, such as a cloud or cybersecurity, and how it all connects to real world problems and systems. And overall, I just learned the importance of having to continuously learn about the growing technology that is being shown in cybersecurity and cloud and tech in overall.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Baez, and my career goal is to work as a cybersecurity aware software engineer, building secure and scalable applications in cloud-based environments. So to get there, I pursued 3 certificates. My main certificate was the Google Cybersecurity Certificate, which took 105 hours to complete. I also completed the Scrum Fundamentals Certified, which took 12 hours to complete, which I earned in February, and the Cisco Introduction to Cybersecurity, which took 30 hours, which I also earned in February. So for my key projects and labs, I completed Linux and Bash labs covering file permissions and command line navigation. I also completed SQL and lab analysis labs where I queried security data to identify suspicious activity, and also incident response labs where I applied the full response lifecycle in a real scenario, and a Python automation project where I built a lab parsing script. I also completed a Scrum sprint outline for a hypothetical web application and a Cisco concept summaries on network security. What I learned overall from this experience is that security must be built into software design from the very beginning. Tools like Linux, SQL, and Python are essential for real security workflows, and the Scrum certification genuinely improved how I look at and approach team collaboration and sprint planning. Thank you.
My career goal was switching for a more IT and cybersecurity focused role instead of from my original um, software engineering kind of focus. The 2 certificates I did to kind of help me with this was my main one was cybersecurity by Google from Coursera. That one I had an average of 93% score. My second one that I took that I thought would be really helpful for me is my Google IT support. That one, I had an average about 93.5%, and these are both here on the right. So key projects and what I learned. So cybersecurity incident reports, I had to fill out a couple of those. In Coursera, they gave me practice ones to do, and they showed me exemplar ones to kind of compare and improve upon what I was doing. Log reading and conclusion. So I practiced reading logs, seeing what was wrong, what could be the issue. And another thing I learned was Linux commands. We went over them, what they did, how they do it, what to write, and kind of seeing everything that worked through these commands. Troubleshooting was another thing I learned during the Google IT support. That one did show me how to troubleshoot on a different on various devices, and it helped me try to figure out how to find the issues in these devices and kind of write down what I did, how I replicated the problem, or how I think it was caused, and my evidence to support it. System administration consultant. This was my project for Google IT support. And this one was provide technical improvements based on business constraints and needs. So I was given a business and set up with the scenario, and I had to kind of describe everything that I would do to improve based on what the business needed and the constraints of what the business had. What I learned was basics of CIA triad, the IT systems, hardware, OS networks. I did practice a lot of troubleshooting, identify and analyze and fix issues step by step, knowing when to do this, when to do that, and when to move it up the chain. Another thing I learned, especially during the Google cybersecurity one, was threats, phishing, malware, social engineering, DDoS, the different kind of attacks, as long as threat actors, and how to identify potential risk. I don't think I worked on for both of them was networking, IP, DNS, TCP, UDP, and ports. This was, I think, one of the most important prospects, or not prospects, parts of the certificates. Another thing I learned was security practices, how to improve upon security already in place. MFA, least privilege, updates protected data, um, fixing, uh, adding patches that fix known vulnerabilities, monitoring response logs, SIEM, detect and respond to incidents. I think I learned, along with intrusion detection system and stuff like that. Thank you for listening.
For my career goal, I want to secure a role as a system support specialist or junior system administrator, so I could be able to leverage the expertise from end-to-end technical resolution as well as the infrastructure management. So for this, I decided to take the Google Cybersecurity and IT support professional certificates. I got to earn these both in April, and it was throughout this course. Well, that I've built a comprehensive foundation in both the infrastructure management and the enterprise defense through the cybersecurity certificate. And then on the support side, well, I was able to master hardware assembly and multi-platform OS deployment, as well as networking protocols like DNS and DHCP within the Active Directory environments, which also involved um, being able to to assign permissions to each user, at least the ones that they need. And then throughout the cybersecurity certificate, I learned to apply the NIST framework, so it could help mitigate organizational risks while developing also proficiency more into Python and SQL for security automation. And well, it all these courses, both of them, brought hands-on experience in threat detection and incident response while using tools like Wireshark, Splunk, and Chronicle, which it kind of allowed for the bridge between the technical support and proactive security to close together. And it doesn't seem as wide as it once was in the beginning.
And of course, we'd like to say thank you for the opportunity here at CSUMB, and especially express our gratitude to our capstone instructor and our course faculty, our CSUMB Department of Computer Science and Cybersecurity, and of course, the accessible certifications we were able to take through Google, Cisco, Scrum Study, and Amazon Web Services.